Dr. Thomas Maples, and welcome back to A Sacred Journey. In today's podcast, we're going to explore part two of harnessing your personal vision to dream, believe, prevail, and succeed. In the last segment, we explored idle hands without a dream, or what our mind does to us when our hands idle and we aren't putting them to work. In today's segment, we're going to go one step beyond the idleness and we're going to get active with this. One of the things I see in mental health is a degree of passivity that occurs, which ends up creating a form of dis-ease within the psyche, which in turn becomes the dis-ease or the mental disorder that the psyche may undertake when it is in forms of passivity. Now, this may not always be a wrong course because any time we go passive doesn't necessarily mean that we're in an active state of mental despair. However, when we go passive for too long and we don't address the core source of that passivity, we end up negating the beauty in the environment and the beauty in life that we're afforded when we actively engage our environment in a way that helps nurture problem-solving capacity. In today's segment, we are going to explore the opposite of being idle. We're going to actively begin looking at how we could define a personal vision. Our quote that we explored last time from St. Teresa of Avila states, "Until ground, however rich, will bring forth thistles and thorns, so also the mind of man." Now let us delve deep into our journey to uncover our personal vision so we could begin to till that ground and maybe create a little bit of richness, some wealth in the process, so that we may overcome those thistles and thorns that may stand in our way. All dreams start with a personal vision. That vision creates a starting point to chart a course and advance confidently towards that dream's direction. While crafting a personal vision may sound cliché, it is a cornerstone of our developmental journey. And creating a unique vision may at first sound easy, but sometimes elements of our past may stand in the way of us creating that personal vision statement that could help guide our journey towards realizing that dream. As a practicing psychotherapist, I cannot help but notice that there's a collective weight in our modern world. Everything from social institutions to the most basic building blocks of life, the individual and the family to which that individual belongs or creates, seems to crumble under the pressure of this weight. What is this weight? What gives? Has the stress become so pressured that it creates a collective paralysis? While it may seem that there is a collective paralysis caused by the weight of stress, and it may seem only hypothetical at this point, medical science, I believe, would agree that the number one detriment facing society today, at least in the United States, is the effects of hypertension and stress on the body, mind, and soul of the individual that engages in a hectic life that may lack spiritual purpose. Now, finding meaning, finding purpose within life is an aspect of spiritual growth. It is a building block by which we aspire towards something that may not be present in our life, maybe something we've wanted for a long time, maybe an aspect of personality that we wish to nurture within, courage, maybe, love. Either way, whether it is physical in representation or internally driven within, we may aspire towards its grace as a means to create an inner developmental journey moving forward. Now, I will have you ponder for 1 minute. What effect would developing a personal vision statement have on helping you to define a direction to channel the stress you will undertake to realize a dream? Now, that stress is going to be present either way, whether it's stress from work, stress from family, stress from friends, stress from loved ones, or just the daily stress that we may be subjected to in living the experiences that we do. Now, I'll have you ponder for 1 minute what that would be, or what kind of different directions you may take that stress towards if you begin to define a channel to move it into a direction that you want. This is the key to creating a personal vision statement. It's also the power behind a personal vision statement, because we will all have stress. Hopefully, it's a form of eustress, not distress. But if we begin to channel it to a goal, that stress becomes a growing experience versus a disintegration experience. For years, I have written on the power of dreams. Dreams are essential, but maybe too fluffy, out in the clouds, ethereal even. Maybe they play a game on the mind to distract you from a genuine problem at hand, or what Saint Teresa of Avila drew attention to, the untilled ground of the mind. Laziness occurs when one lacks hunger. A devil's playground unfolded within the psyche of the bored person. However, by writing a personal vision statement, we create a channel to focus our energy toward creating worlds of inner and outer possibility. Now let us define our personal vision. Take a pen and a paper, or maybe open a file on the computer that you could type this out. This doesn't have to be complex. It's more of a meditative, free association, free writing experiment. Begin to dream a dream. Dream any dream that you dream possible. It could be wild. It could be a dream for a cup of coffee if you're feeling tired. Part of this is really to create the means by which the mind engages the imaginative source, the capacity to envision. It's a dream, and let it go to wherever it may take you. In free writing, you create an avenue to explore things that may be calling for your psyche's attention. These are all elements of dreams, and you may get caught up in the process by the thistles and thorns. This is natural. This is okay. Those thistles and thorns, those roadblocks, if you will, they are there because of, well, maybe past inabilities to create a dream, which may create fear towards pursuing others. Now, dreams, they could be big, they could be small. The factor is to begin to awaken the consciousness back to that capacity to dream. When you do this, you begin to awaken those areas that may have been closed off and may have not been fully functioning, possibly because of anxiety. But in the process of doing this, you end up creating the means by which you overcome anxieties, especially as it relates to charting a course and backwards tracking from the dream goal to the actions we need to undertake to create that as a reality. Now, that could come with its own host of holdups. But in that process of creating the vision, the destination, the goal, the dream, that which is sought, you could then begin the backwards track of what path you need to take to create that into reality. I hope you enjoyed today's session on defining your personal vision. Utilize the exercise we did today as a starting point to envision a dream moving forward. In my next installment, we'll explore how we're going to engage that personal vision. And as always, my friends, if you have questions, please do not hesitate to ask. And may blessings find you on your journey to envision, chart a course, believe, see, and advance confidently in the direction of your dreams. Goodbye for now, and thank you for joining me today.